What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update and election update. And the focus after the election will be to have a renewed push for new stimulus checks and whether we could get one before the end of the year and another one after the new Congress comes in January. But the question is, what will that Congress look like? Will it be Democratic? Will it be Republican? And who will the president be? Let's jump right into it. But first, give this video a like down below. It really helps out our channel. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos coming out. We're already starting to see some new information in the news and basically the stimulus world that there will be a renewed focus to pass stimulus to help out Americans and the economy after the election results come in, which we don't really have a full definitive answer yet. However, stocks were up over 800 points today at one point. It's been fluctuating a little bit, but the stock market was up 555 points yesterday, the Dow Jones Index, and now today again 700 to 800 points as we're still midday. Even though nobody has won the presidential election yet, or the House or the Senate, President Donald Trump has already declared that he has won the election. Let me show you.
This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list. I want to thank the American people for their tremendous support. Millions and millions of people voted for us tonight. And a very sad group of people is trying to disenfranchise that group of people. And we won't stand for it. We will not stand for it. We have so many, we had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. We did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation.
So President Donald Trump declares that they did win the election. However, it has not been decided yet. There's a couple different results going on right now. This one says Biden 227 electoral votes to President Donald Trump's 214. We have other ones saying Joe Biden has 238 to President Donald Trump's 213. And the reason this is because Nevada has actually gone from being Joe Biden's winning state. Again, a lot of these states don't have 100% of the votes in. So it went from being a Joe Biden winner to now a contested election that is only 8,000 votes different. President Donald Trump is behind by 8,000 votes in Nevada. That would be a 12 electoral vote swing if they take that away from Joe Biden and President Donald Trump ends up pulling it out at the very last second. Pennsylvania is another big one. That's 20 electoral votes. And President Donald Trump is still leading that by over 5%. He will probably end up winning that. That's with 81% of the total votes coming in already or being counted already. As you can see here on this screen, it is likely to come down to possibly only one or two states on who is going to be the winner when all is said and done. These swing states, these last few states, President Donald Trump is winning Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, where Joe Biden is currently winning Michigan, Nevada, which we just talked about, by only 8,000 votes, Wisconsin, and Arizona. If President Donald Trump can win, say, Nevada and these other 3 states, he will have the victory. If Biden can hold on and win these 4 states, he will have the victory. It is going to be that close and will likely come down to about 1% of votes in 1 or 2 states. The Senate and the House are both very important because the House and the Senate are the people who basically decide whether you get another stimulus check, another stimulus package, more unemployment. So the Senate and the House are probably even more important than the president, at least in the regards of passing stimulus. Currently, the Republicans are winning the Senate 48 votes, 48 seats to 46 seats, with several still left over. This could actually end up being a split tie with 50-50. There is 2 senators that are considered independent, but normally vote Democrat. As you can see here in this too, they're kind of on the Democrat side because they typically vote Democrat. But the Republicans are holding a slight, very slight lead in the Senate currently at this time. Mitch McConnell was already reelected to his seat in Kentucky. And then we move over to the U.S. House of Representatives. Nancy Pelosi did also win her seat in California by a landslide. She won by 80% to 20. The Democrats are narrowly, very narrowly, by 11 seats, 191 to 180. The Democrats are currently holding the lead in the U.S. House of Representatives with still 64 seats left to go. So the Democrats are still retaining control in the House at the moment, and by 11 votes, 11 seats, and the Senate is still being retained by the Republicans by only 2 seats at the moment. Now remember, the House has to be won by the Democrats for Nancy Pelosi to even be considered as the Speaker of the House again. She's already won her personal seat, but the Democrats have to win the control of the House, and then they will vote on who they want to be Speaker, which could be Nancy Pelosi again. Same thing in the Senate. Mitch McConnell has already won his personal seat, but the Republicans will have to win the majority in the Senate, which they are by 2 votes at the moment, 2 seats. Then they can elect Mitch McConnell to Senate Majority Leader again if they vote and do that. So that's why a lot of this is so very important with the House and the Senate. And if that wasn't crazy enough, in North Dakota, a representative, David Andal, won his election even though he had died in October from the virus. He still won. This is how crazy our elections are. A North Dakota state legislative candidate who was left on the ballot even though he died last month was elected on Tuesday. North Dakotans elected Republican David Andal even after he had passed away. After his death, State Attorney General Wayne Stemgem affirmed that his name would still remain on the ballot, and if he won, the state Republican Party would then appoint a replacement. The Attorney General wrote, quote, "In the event the deceased candidate receives the majority of the votes, the candidate is elected. However, if the prevailing candidate has passed away, the candidate is no longer qualified and a vacancy would exist." So yes, that sums up 2020, where people who aren't even alive can actually win their seat in a vote, and Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell get reelected by landslides, but the presidency is still up for grabs. Regardless, there is probably more stimulus in the cards, whether President Donald Trump or Joe Biden is elected, as they both have said they want stimulus. President Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi had both said last week that they would both be willing to pass more stimulus immediately after the election if they couldn't pass it before the election. And as we know at this point, they did not pass it before the election. So after this election is over and it's finished, will we see a renewed push to actually pass stimulus as soon as possible? Nancy Pelosi says she wants to pass a stimulus this year and then also next year in January when the new Congress comes into town. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video down below. You can click the bell icon if you want to get notifications when we go live. We typically go live at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you guys updated with all the stimulus check news and this election news for the next day or so until it boils over and we actually can figure out who's going to win the House, the Senate, and the presidency, because all that is very important to our stimulus packages. You can click on this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.